market and promote his team or promote the brand. It was so bad, doggy, that I almost had a heart. I'm telling you right now, I had to go to the doctor and get checked up because I had palpitations. When I saw this man on a podium at a press conference post-game actually talking, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because he says nothing. This is a man that did New Balance commercials, and the kids spoke, Molly. The kids. He didn't say a word. I've seen them go up to him and need him to sign autographs and fraternize with the public when he was sitting behind on the bench collecting about $40+ million, and he wouldn't do it. So he has spent years doing absolutely, positively nothing. That's why his uncle, Dennis Robinson, is so popular. It's a name that all of us know. Why? Because that man never fails to go and ask for the money now. He wants to ask for the money. They want a masseuse. They want a helicopter. They want, you talk about me, private jet. Don't even get me started, this brother. I mean, it is endless. What he has made sure he gets time and time again, despite the inordinate amount of games that he has played. Now, last year he fooled us all because he played like 21 of the last 25 games, was available in the postseason, plus did interviews. Like I said, gave me palpitations. I couldn't believe it, okay? But he had missed like 34 games before that. This man is a walking absentee on the ballot. This brother will check the absentee ballot as much as he possibly can throughout his career. So when I saw this report and it said, money for doing nothing, I said, that's what made me pause. Not because of Steve Ballmer, not because of the Clippers, because of him. Because if there's a way for this brother to get money guaranteed without working, that's what that brother has done. That's what I'm saying. Now, I know he's injured. He's not taking time off. He's injured. But my God, I haven't seen too many people as gifted in taking time off as Kawhi Leonard. These accusations are serious, and if somebody is being accused of circumventing the salary cap, that puts them at an unfair advantage, which is not something that could ever be tolerated. So the NBA should investigate this matter. When it says that Kawhi Leonard was getting $28 million, quote unquote, for a no-show job, end quote. That sounds just like Kawhi Leonard. No-show job. No-show job. Don't have to show up. Don't have to do a damn thing. That sounds exactly like Kawhi Leonard. Exactly like him. Now, there's a lot of people out there that's going to lose their mind with what I'm saying, because they're going to accuse me of being very, very cruel, because it's Kawhi Leonard that we're talking about here. This is a two-time champion, all right? All of this other stuff. This is what they're going to say. He's a two-time champion. He's a two-time NBA Finals MVP. All of that is true. When I say greatness, I mean greatness. Kawhi Leonard is great. And I'm quite sure he's a very, very nice human being. That is not my issue with him. My issue with Kawhi Leonard is that this brother has missed more than 40% of his games since he arrived at the Clippers more than 5 years ago. He's missed more than 40% of his regular season games. He's missed more than 30% of the playoff games. And he does absolutely, positively nothing to promote your franchise. I'm talking about me, Stephen A. Smith, standing up and giving this man a standing ovation when I saw him doing an interview on a podium in a playoffs post-game, because it was a freaking miracle. This brother does nothing to promote a franchise. I have said on many, many occasions, and I will say it again, he is the worst superstar I have ever seen in sports history. I have never seen a sports superstar. Notice I'm saying superstar because he is a superstar. I'm not questioning his greatness. I'm not even questioning his character. This is not about that. This is not about his play, and it's not about his character. Maybe it is a little bit about his character, but you can interpret it the way that you want to. I'm not attacking. I'm not saying he's a bad human being. I'm not saying he's somebody that doesn't work hard. I'm not questioning the legitimacy of his injuries along the way. But my God, ladies and gentlemen, if you're averaging over $40.3 million a year in your career with the Clippers, could you do interviews? Could you do promotional appearances? Could you represent the franchise? Could you show up? Could you sign autographs for kids before or after the games? Could you do that? None of that. But the brother made sure to get the helicopter rides. He made sure to get the private jets. He made sure to get a masseuse, I mean, everything. Everything. You understand? This man, he doesn't miss anything. If there's a perk to be had, he's going to get it.
All right, I'm gonna spend a couple minutes on this. Not too much. So I seen, obviously we talked about the report of Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer basically circumventing the salary cap and paying him $28 million through a sham appearance through a company or whatever. Right. Somebody leaked the information out, some employee or bidder person. And that's one of the reasons why when I say we kind of talk about social media makes people feel lonely, but people make people stay to themselves because people always can't wait to get vengeance. Whether they did you wrong or you did them wrong, they can't wait to be a chatty patty on social media, which is in my opinion, that's one of the worst traits. What we talked about and the vulnerabilities or the things that we spoke on should really be under therapist rules. Even when it comes to police, it should be between us. And nowadays, people don't have a code, people don't have an honor system. They're going to use those weaknesses or those vulnerabilities and use it against you, or use it on social media and air out your business, which to me is very indicative of you being a low hanging fruit person, a low vibrational person, in my Dr. Brian voice. But I'm not speaking on us. You just notice how, when it came to Steve Ballmer rolling this, I love Steve Ballmer. I think he's good for the league, but this warrants an investigation. And then, Stephen A. Smith goes hard on Kawhi Leonard. Oh, he does nothing. He's one of the worst superstars in the league. Stephen A. Smith is compromised. A lot of these black men that get on ESPN become compromised. I don't know if they drinking the ESPN Juju juice or it's part of the coon code that ESPN got. But Stephen A. Smith always goes so hard on black athletes. Kawhi Leonard ain't did nothing to nobody. If he don't want to sign an autograph, he don't want to. Oh, he asked for all this money and he does nothing. Okay, I call it good business. If I'm one of the ain't shit or non-playing superstars and I still can get all the money and all the amenities and get money under the table, why are you mad at a black man for working the system? If that's the point, the good old boys work the system all the time. The good old boys pimp the players out all the time. The good old boys, they do backdoor deals all the time. Where was Stephen A. Smith at when Chandler Parsons was taking money for years? That's all I want to know. Where was Stephen A. Smith when Chandler when he was stealing money for years? Where was he at when Riley Cooper said, what did he say? You always hush and mum on some of these things, man. Go hard on Steve Ballmer for even paying Kawhi Leonard. A guy that ain't never healthy. Get mad at Steve Ballmer for making that decision. No, White Zaddy, he okay. It's always a caveat. Well, I like him, but I do think this warrants an invest. Well, Kawhi Leonard he never does anything. He's one of the worst. He's one of the worst. Sorry, my bad. He's one of the worst superstars. So yeah, my bad. Had to catch up with somebody. Yeah, he just always going hard on the brothers, man, and I don't care for that. And always giving the others, allowing them to slide through the side door or slide and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, you see the play. Ryan Clark came on there, proud black man, and I don't know what you call him now. Um, who else we had? They had the other brother that played for the Clippers on there who said some of the dumbest shit. I mean, it seemed like most black dudes that get on that show end up becoming compromised. Shannon Sharp. You see what happened with what happened in his situation, and it's really become a network of trash. Anything that Walt Disney's put their hand on, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, it's been terrible. Probably longer than that. Marvel, Star Wars, a lot of the Disney movies, trash. ESPN is utter trash. It's unwatchable. It's nothing to watch. It is absolutely trash. You know. Hope y'all can still hear me. Fox is absolutely trash. Fox Sports, I mean, it's trash. Just really, you have no other choice but to go on YouTube to get, organic takes. And unfortunately, that's sad. But I notice it all the time. When a black guy's going through something, he has all this ill will, all this malice, all this. You don't deserve this either. But when it come to Brad, when it come to Becky, you know what I'm saying? It's and I get it, man. He sold out. He sold his soul. He sold out for the bread. I get it, man. But at the end of the day, you still a man. And this is why I never sell out, bro. Never sell out. I'm not selling my opinion for money. And that's why nobody fuck with him. That's why everybody in the community look at him like a mark. He is. He a mark. He a straight up mark. But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.